Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pasture Farm. Today, Jan and I have been sitting around the table and discussing kind of a roundup of what we've doing for livestock sales and different things. Of course, some of y'all been to the website and you've been, bidding on the heifers that we have there, the grass genetic heifer kit. And anyway,
What's the bid right now, Greg?
don't hit the table. I think the bid right now is $3,800, and that does close on June 28th at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we'll be watching, and after 10 p.m. there's no more bids accepted. And of course, the final winning bid will be notified, and then when payments received, that's when we officially close that bid on those heifers. So anyway. We've been going through the herd, and we've talked about it probably a month ago. We were going to be offering what we call our tier 2 or call cows, whatever you want to call them. These are cows out of our personal herd. They're pure South Pole, and
not registered.
No, we don't have registered livestock. We've never done that, but they are South Pole, and so these are spring calving cows. There's we had some cows that, whatever reason, they first hours of their birth, they maybe smacked the calf around or whatever. Then within maybe even an hour, sometimes just a trip to the corral, and they're already licking on the calf. But we decided anything like that, we're just going to put up for sale. And so these are not what we would call the prime stuff. But they're probably a lot better than what you're going to find in a sale barn. But anyway, Jan had some questions, and so we were going to take some.
Yeah.
I was going to take some of her questions.
Okay. So how many of these open females do you have ready to go?
So it looks like we ended up with 16 cow-calf pairs. And the age range on those would be first calf heifers. I think there's, I don't know, we'll have the numbers on the website. I think there's maybe four.
Okay,
4 or 5, and then there's some older. I think the oldest cow in that lot might be 7, 8 years old, but they've all got calves on them, and these calves would have been born in April and May, and some of them just have some just drop dead gorgeous calves on them. So you're going to be these are cow-calf pairs, and they have not been exposed to a bull yet. So we'll be turning the bulls into them in July 1st. So we're looking at probably selling these things by the end of June, 1st of July. So they would be sold as a cow-calf pair and open.
But exposed to?
Well, they're not exposed yet till July. So if we sell them before July 1st, they wouldn't be bred.
But if they don't get sold till the middle of July.
Right. Then we would be selling them as exposed to the bull.
Okay.
You keep hitting the table.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So what else we have ready to go?
Well,
in females.
In that same thought process, there's going to be 8 open cows, and these are cows that we mark back in the winter. We always go through the herd in March, and we pick out the animals that don't fit the group. They're pretty nice looking cattle. They've been on grass now for May, you might say April, May, June, almost 90 days, and some of them are just blooming. I mean, they look really nice. They're ready, and these are open. The bulls have not been exposed to them, so we're selling them as open cows. And there might be a couple heifers in there. I'm not sure. Well, that'll all be on the website, the breakdown. But there's 16 cow-calf pairs and 8 females that are open. So those would be ready to breed.
Okay, so our last lot is not cows or heifers, they're steers. Can you give us information on them?
Yes, so the steers, is there 27?
27.
Yeah, there's 27 steers. These are going to be 5 weights, so they're 500 pounders, and these would have been born last September, and they are 3/4 South Pole, all grass, no grain. No antibiotics, and of course no worming, no hormones, none of that stuff. They've been weaned, and so they're ready to go onto grass. And I guess one of the things I wanted to cover on these steers is there's a lot of people, Jan, that are wanting to get into grass-fed beef.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night with our grazing group, that there's a lot of the people doing homesteaders, have 10, 20, 40, 60, 100 acres, and this is getting to be quite a demand, are these steers, because what was the reasons we came up with last night?
Well, basically, people want to get a taste of grass-fed beef, and they want to start their own grass-fed beef thing. And so, they go out and buy a cow, and then they got to buy the bulls, or a bull, and you breed the cows. And the cows, folks, for you all that haven't been in production with a cow-calf operation, cows do eat a lot of grass. And so you can run two 500-pound steers on the same amount of grass that it takes for one cow. Well, if you're wanting to get in and sell some meat and kind of see how your farm's going to do raising beef, a great jump starter would be to get some steers. And, the steers, you don't have to worry about getting them bred. You don't have to worry about having a bull. You don't have to worry about your cows eating all your grass. You can run 2 steers for every cow. So you could take some pretty mediocre ground, put some steers out there, and as long as you put some, maybe you got some clover in there or whatever to help, see how your farm performs and see how you perform with stockers. We call these stockers. So let me clarify that. So a stocker is a calf that's weaned, and it can be a 400 to 600 pounder. And then from 600 to 800 pounders, they call those like a feeder. So they're a little bit heavier. So these would be a 500 pounder. So these would still be stockers, classified as a stocker.
But it's better than getting 300 weights.
Oh yeah, these lightweight calves, folks. 300.
That's some work.
Yeah, the 300 pounders, they're just more apt to get sick. And they get shipping fever, pneumonia, yeah, you name it, they get it. 500-pound steer, he's pretty bulletproof. You can bring them home. You can make some mistakes with these animals, and they're not going to die, okay? And you'll get better. You'll learn how to graze them and how to keep them in and how to water them. And, to me, if you're going to just start out and there's a lot of people wanting to do grass-fed beef.
Yeah.
And with a steer that you buy at 500 pounds, you could take him through that year and that one winter, and the next spring, he's going to be ready to butcher sometime in maybe June or July. And so with a cow, let's just say you buy a cow, you got to get her bred. Of course, you have to own a bull to do that. Well, then when she gets bred, that's 9 months. And then there's another, when you get the live calf, and there's another 24 to 28 months to get that calf finished. So with a purchased steer, good genetics, which that's what these steers are, man, you're cutting out a whole year. Yeah. No, 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, because you got to get her bred. There's 9 months, and then another
2 years.
Yeah, until you get the calf weaned. Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. So it's really, yeah.
It's huge.
So one of the reasons we're doing this, because why are we inside today?
Oh gosh, it's so hot out there. I had a farm tour this morning, and luckily I talked the guy into starting at 6 o'clock right at daylight, and we were done by 10 o'clock, and it was right at 100 degrees. We were just pouring water down, just pouring it down, and you just couldn't hardly stay hydrated. I mean, it was just, we were soaking wet by 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's hot out here, and the cattle are eating early in the mornings. They're eating at night now. But what was really cool, we went out and did a pasture walk with the bulls this morning, and all the bulls were out in the middle of the bottom. Some of them were grazing, some of them were just packed up, swatting at flies, but they had shade, and these red bulls were out in the sun. I don't know if it's a lack of brain power or I don't know. They didn't seem uncomfortable. They were just out there checking it out. So I just was blown away by that. So yeah, but yeah, it's so anyway. I think I just wanted to cover some of that and the steer deal. And Jan is always telling me to do this, so I'm going to do this. Because
some of them haven't seen the cover.
Oh, yeah, here's the cover. That isn't my new book. It's Greg Judy's How to Think Like a Grazer, Inspiration, Mentors, and Getting It Done. And, you know, being a good grazer does take a different way of thinking. And there's some successes and failures that I go over in that book of some of the struggles that we had early on and things that worked and things that didn't. And I want to share that with you all. And Jan's got those available on our website, greenpasturesfarm.net. And the livestock we just talked about, those are going to be on there as well. I forgot, there's one of the classic cows. These are 3/4 South Pole, and they're going to be 7 to 8 years old, and we got 12 of those. And these are 3/4 South Pole, and they're bred. These are all bred to calve in September, so they would be fall calving cows, and they all have been preg tested. So you can go to the website. Excuse me. Yeah, you can check out, of course, the heifers that have been on there, the 2 groups of cows that we're offering, and then the steers, and then this last group I talked about, the 12 bred fall calving cows. So, yeah, it's
exciting.
It's exciting. There's a lot of people wanting livestock, and I think these are some animals that get you started. Keep the ones that work, get rid of the ones that don't work, and just move forward. So, with that, I'm going to sign off here, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. And
To like.
Oh, yeah, Jan wants the like button too. Anything else?
Have a good day. And keep cool.
There you go. Yeah, stay out of the heat, stay hydrated, and be safe out there, folks. And we'll see you down the road next time.